Davin was the day she fell in love. She just turned 18, he just turned 21. He was kind and polite, plus he had a nice car. All the girls there were on him, but that day he chose her. Her exes were both the same age as her. She always felt they weren't on the same page as her. She's mature with a load of ambition. Uni next year to be a pediatrician. Davin's doing well, an IT technician. Swear she couldn't find a better man if she wished him. With him 6 days, 7th day she'll still miss him. Her last thing was popular, but this thing was different. It's full grown, still together 1 year on. Happier than ever in the place they both call home. Then one day everything could change. She came to find out she had a baby on the way. When she told Darren, he was over the moon. And yeah, she was scared, but she was happy too. So they're having a baby, and yeah, that's great, right? Well, let me show you how the baby changed her whole life. It's like the minute she was pregnant, Davin got obsessive. From sweet and polite to abusive and aggressive. First she put it down to being overprotective. Soon she figured out he was just being jealous. She never understood though, to her it was crazy. A grown man jealous of an unborn baby, so used to having all of her attention. But with the baby on the way, he could barely get a mention. So he does things just to make her feel bad. She dressed up to go out, he said she looked like a slut. He told her to change, she said she didn't want to. He grabbed her by the throat and then he told her that she has to. She couldn't believe it, she was so scared. He used to make her feel safe, now he makes her feel fair. She deserves better, and so does the child. So she packs up and leaves him alone in the house. She was gone for a week or so. Then Davin pleaded that he just lost control. He promised he would never ever do it again, and things will be different if she comes back home. So she went back, and things were good. It didn't take long before it turned to bad. Wherever she went, he would have to go. And if he ever couldn't make it, always keeping the time. He liked to keep track of every move she made, who she spoke to and their names as well. And a phone call that wasn't nearly enough. She had to FaceTime so we could see for himself. But one day she took a walk to the shops. Her battery died with no place to charge it. Yeah, she tried to explain herself, but he was so mad he just couldn't see past it. He kept asking her where she was, and she kept saying that she went to the shops. But Davin, man, he didn't believe it. He grabbed her by the throat, then it all kicked off. Then he grabbed her hair, then he smacked her face. Man, he hit her so hard that she fell to the ground. And then he slowly leaned over her body, and he continued to beat her down. By the time Davin finally stopped, Sarah's face, that was a beaten mess. That was the day Sarah left the house, and she promised she would never step foot in again. 3 months on, and 6 months pregnant. Sarah, she's been living back home with her mum. But her mum works 55 hours a week, so more time she's alone with the bum. And Davin's calling every day, saying that he misses her. Flowers and excuses to apologize for hitting her. And even though she knows what he done was bad, she starts thinking it's her actions that made him mad. Like maybe if she charged their phone, maybe if she stayed at home, like maybe if she didn't do what he would've liked, then maybe he would've kept control. Before Davin started begging forgiveness, he went and told Sarah that she was a mess. He told her no guy wants a girl with a next man's kid, and that she's worthless and born in bed. Them words there, they hurt more than a beating. All the insecurities were breaking through. Raising a baby alone in her mother's front room is not something she aspired to do. And she ain't even got friends she can open up to. A crazy ex Davin put an end to that. He told her that her best friend tried to make a move on him, and that she can't trust a girl like that. He could have been lying, but she believed it. She locked her friends off and now she's standing alone. She hates being lonely, man, it's making her sad. And she ain't really trying to bring a baby up on her own. Despite it all, she still loves Davin. She knows he's not perfect, he's far from that. But this time he made a promise on that unborn child. It will be different if she takes him back. So she took the chance and she went back. It didn't matter that her mother didn't want her to go. She made her own choice and she's glad she did, cause now things were even better than they were before. No more violence and no more abuse. There was nothing but love whenever he came home. She was his queen and he was a king, and their little baby boy would be the heir to the throne. One day everything could change though. Davin went out and left his phone behind. Now Sarah couldn't help herself, but she wasn't quite prepared for what she happened to find. It turned out Davin's been cheating, and not just now but the whole of the time. See, that was that. Her bags were packed, cause she'd rather be alone than to live in a life with a heart fully broken, she's ready to leave. And at the very same point, that's when he walks in. She confronts him straight and says her heart's in pain, and that she never in her life would have done that to him. Said it's not his fault, she should blame herself. It was our own risk to go and search his phone. She can't take no more and heads towards the door, but he blocks her in the path to stop letting her go. He told her that the day you was pregnant with my child, from that day there you belong to me. See, I allowed you to walk out them last 2 times, but this time I ain't letting you leave. She screamed out, Darren, I hate you. She tried to push past him to get to the door, but Darren didn't take too kindly. He grabbed her by the throat like he's done before. But this time Sarah, she fought back. Yeah, she tried her best to throw slaps and kicks, but all that did was add fuel to the fire, cause he responded with a tighter grip. Sarah couldn't fight no more. The grip was so strong, everything turned hazy. And with her last final inch of breath, she uttered the words, please don't hurt our baby. But Darren was in such a rage that he barely paid attention to the words she said. He couldn't believe it, that she dared put her hands on him. So right now all he sees is red. With all of his strength, he was squeezing the neck. You would think he was trying to dislocate her head. He finally calmed down and put his hands down, but it was too late, cause Sarah was dead.